Hey Crypto Kids, and welcome back to another video. This video is going to be very interesting because alongside the price of Bitcoin and critical price targets, I'll be talking about a certain individual who's very wealthy and has a very high impact on crypto and a particular cryptocurrency that could do very well in the bull market. So maybe I'll give you a hint later on in the video. But other than this, there's the S&P 500. I've got some news about Elon Musk. That's going to be very interesting. And I'm also going to be talking about the overall fundamental news about Bitcoin that could drive its price to even $1 million. So stick around until the end because it's going to be a very cool one. But ladies and gents, I'm CryptoKid and let's jump into the video. Actually, before I jump in, I realized that the campaign I have with Bitflex, the winning the $1,000 USDT giveaway is actually valid until the 30th of November, not the 1st of November. I actually got it mixed up with the Bybit campaign. So you still have a chance. You have in fact 26 days to be able to participate and potentially win 1,000 USDT. So you can still go to the description below, sign up to Bitflex. It only takes around 20 seconds, deposit 50 USDT and make at least one trade. And until the 30th of November, you'll have a chance to winning 1,000 USDT. So there you go. You actually got more time than I thought we had. So that's amazing. But looking at Bitcoin, and speaking of trades, right? So Bitcoin has not been doing too much these past couple of 4 hourly candles. However, there is a certain bearish divergence on the 4 hourly time frame that is playing out. So if I just put it a little higher than this trend line, so we make sure it's more visible, we can see that on the 4 hourly time frame, we are seeing a bearish divergence. And I know a lot of YouTube influencers and traders are talking about this. Yes, it is pretty valid, right? It is pretty valid because divergences do tend to play out strongly, especially on the 4 hourly for Bitcoin. So it is possible that if we break this line of support at $34,400, Bitcoin could head lower towards the downside. And as you guys know from previous videos, you know my target as a downside for Bitcoin, because if we jump into Wyckoff, you can see that I already have limit orders at, well, a limit order at $31,800 just in case we see a drop towards the downside. But on Friday, Carl gave me a very cool suggestion actually. So if I go to active orders, this is my current limit order. He said that sometimes limit orders don't fill up, and this is true because sometimes, if Bitcoin moves big, there isn't enough liquidity in the markets to fill all of your orders. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up more limit orders, just in case that if it doesn't get filled. So I'm going to open one. Let's check back on Wyckoff. And guys, by the way, if you also want to open some limit orders, if Bitcoin goes towards the downside, then you can too on Bitflex. And actually, that would be a very cool opportunity to take that one derivatives trade and yeah, potentially win 1,000 USDT. So I'm going to put one at $31,118 as well. So 31,118. And that's missing a one. And I want to put, let's put like 15%. Actually, let's put like 25% on 15x leverage isolated. And it's a limit order. So I'm going to be opening long over here. So let's see, let's add that as our second limit order, and maybe I'll add some more in the upcoming video. So that is perfect. We've got that prepared just in case Bitcoin breaks towards the downside. However, it's not all doom and gloom because of course there is still a chance. The bad thing is, right? The bad thing is Bitcoin is forming a ascending wedge, right? And ascending wedges are usually bearish. So, until we see a break out from here, which is not looking too likely at the moment, I can't be much, I can't be bullish for Bitcoin, unfortunately. So that's the situation. Now let's switch to the weekly time frame, get rid of the Bollinger Bands because I also have some very important news to talk about, and switch on the MRI for Bitcoin. Now the MRI, which is the insane indicator from Tone Vase that has, well, you can see that there was a line of support that the MRI gave us. And from this line of support, the S&P had a massive rebound towards the upside. So the same indicator, if we jump onto the chart, is actually giving a warning for an MRI top, right? So there is a warning for an MRI top, and this warning is accompanied by a potential shooting star candle that if the price closes this way in the next 1 day and 2 hours, it can, because it's on the weekly chart, give Bitcoin a reversal back towards the downside. And of course, now with our limit orders, we are prepared for a move like this. So I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin does see a small retracement or at least some sort of consolidation in the upcoming days. So that is my expectation for Bitcoin. And as I said, we are prepared for this. Now, I want to jump into this, right? So Justin, Elon Musk says none of his companies will ever create a crypto token. Now, why has he said this? What is the context of this? Well, the context of this is actually, well, just a couple of days ago, Elon said that he wants to create, well, he wants to turn X into a finance app. Now, as you guys remember, he also has this vision of making X the everything app. And this is kind of drawn inspiration from WeChat, but he also wants to make sure that X also offers financial services and that everybody becomes their own bank. Now, as you guys remember, Elon is actually the creator of PayPal. It wasn't called PayPal, it was called PayPal after it was, bought out and he left the company. But the original idea of, well, the idea of PayPal is that, it's kind of getting rid of the middleman and you have peer-to-peer transactions, right? So we know that Elon is a massive fan of Dogecoin. So he's done many tweets, including this very funny one. It's inevitable, Dogecoin standard and global financial system, accompanied by just so much more. This is very critical. I will keep supporting Dogecoin. He was promoting it a lot in 2020. So as you can see, this was in 2020, this was in 2021, this was in 2021. So in the range of 2020 and early 2021, he was promoting Dogecoin a lot. But as you can see, back in 2022, last year, he said, I will keep supporting Dogecoin. And if you go on ChatGPT, an AI model, right? And this is the prompt I gave it today. I said, you probably are unaware of this at the moment because its latest update, I believe it's on January of 2022. You're unaware of this at the moment due to your most recent update being over a year ago. However, Elon Musk purchased Twitter and rebranded it to X. This is derived from the company he founded earlier in his life, X.com, which then became PayPal. Elon wants to turn Twitter into the everything app, having some inspiration, of course, in my opinion, from WeChat. But the most important point is that he wants to incorporate a feature that allows Twitter users to be their own bank. How do you think this would be possible? And guess what? This is ChatGPT's top two answers. Digital wallet, right? So digital wallet through cryptocurrency. Number two, cryptocurrency integration, right? So the top two ideas that the AI model gave was linking to cryptocurrency because the easiest and most efficient way Elon can do this is by incorporating blockchain onto Twitter. And yes, he may have said that he will never create a crypto token for X, but it doesn't mean that they won't use Dogecoin as a payment service. And looking at Dogecoin technicals, we're seeing a massive compression in price that could very soon lead to Dogecoin having a break towards the upside. And guys, if you ask for my personal opinion on Dogecoin, I'll be very honest with you. I think it is the altcoin with the most potential out there out of any other altcoin. Now, I am a bit of a Bitcoin semi-maximalist, and I'll be honest with you, the altcoin that I believe in most is Dogecoin, not anyone else, because look, short thing is Bitcoin does most of the job that other altcoins can do. Ethereum is amazing for decentralized applications, so I do see a future in Ethereum. But in everything else, I think Dogecoin should be in the top three with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the third should be Dogecoin. So I have been stacking up Dogecoin for a very, very long time. All the OGs would know that I'm a massive Dogecoin fan. So Dogecoin looks amazing. And look, at the target for the price is actually insanely bullish. So if I put it out, so from the breakout of this triangle, we can see that there's a target of 56 cents for Dogecoin if we see a break towards the upside. So that would be like if you were to long this, right? That would be absolutely crazy. So say you longed it around here, like without leverage, that's like a 627% trade, which is massive. And I think this is a forever stop loss. I don't know what's going on over there, but it's just crazy. Is it possible? I think so. I believe in Dogecoin. And yeah, let's see what Elon does with it. Now, the final topic for today is, of course, my thoughts on Bitcoin as a whole. So Bitcoin, right? In the next bull market, where can it go? And hold on, let me just switch my camera this way and vamos. So look, I am a very big believer in Bitcoin. Now, I wasn't Well, I always loved Bitcoin, but until very recently, after I read the Bitcoin standard, my opinions, my perspectives on it changed drastically. So I want to list to you why Bitcoin is revolutionary because I've been in many conferences and everybody's talking about, blockchain, why Bitcoin is so amazing, why Bitcoin will go to $1 million, but no one really explains why this can happen, right? So I think everybody loves Bitcoin, everybody loves crypto, but people just don't know why it's there to stay and why it will change everything. So, just touching on the few very critical and very beneficial factors and why Bitcoin is so amazing is that number one, it solves the problem of double spend. Now, throughout the world's history, right, in terms of currency, I don't think there has been any other form of currency that was able to, solve the double spend problem without a central governing body that creates law against it saying this is illegal. For example, of course, you cannot duplicate a banknote. That's illegal, right? But you need a central body that does say that, oops, this is illegal. You can't be doing this. And here's the punishment for it. Now, the amazing thing about Bitcoin is without a central body, the mathematics behind it already provides its authenticity. So that is a massive, massive advantage that if you're not into the monetary system and have knowledge about what money is, it may not be so crazy for you, but if you do, it is something revolutionary. So if you haven't already researched about what money is, what the monetary system is, how everything works, then I would definitely go in and learn what money is and then read the Bitcoin standard because then everything will just make perfect sense and you'll have new perspectives, new understandings of why Bitcoin is here to stay. So that is the first one. Number two, it's nobody can create more Bitcoin. That's just a simple fact. So it's capped at 21 million and nobody can create more than 21 million Bitcoin. Like for example, if you compare it to gold, if an asteroid hit the world or, miners found more gold under the Earth's crust or something, the supply will go crazy and the price will fall, right? So it does have a finite supply, but this supply is not predetermined. We don't know exactly how much gold there is in the world. However, Bitcoin, 21 million, and that's it, period. Number three, it's fractionalized. So you can fractionalize it as much as possible. So if Bitcoin goes to $1 million, you can still even buy one millionth of a Bitcoin, right? It's possible. But for example, if you were to invest in the stock market or if you were to purchase gold, it's very hard to buy less than 1 gram of gold. It's very, very hard. So this fractionalization element is absolutely amazing and makes it so much easier for people to transact. Well, number four, in third world countries, people can now actually do process Bitcoin payments through like through satellite communication. So the phones are not too advanced, right? But they can actually send Bitcoin as payment through SMS, which is an absolutely game changer because there are billions of people in the world who are unbanked. And this unbanked problem can just be solved by giving a $5 phone to people who has access to satellite communication and they can process their everyday transactions, receive payment from their employers, etc. This solves a massive, massive issue too. Ladies and gents, I can go on about this for literally hours and hours and hours, but these should give you some clear indications on why Bitcoin is here to stay and why it's so revolutionary. And I definitely recommend you going and reading the Bitcoin standard. It is absolutely critical that you do that if you're in crypto or if you hold Bitcoin overall. Because imagine, I mean, look, investing in crypto, investing on anything in general, if you don't know what it's about, what it seems is that people are saying company A is amazing, right? It's doing amazing, and people are saying, oh, it's going to have a very bright future, and that you should buy in, potentially invest in company A. So you buying shares of a company that you don't know what it's doing and why it's there, it's stupid, right? So it's the same thing. If you don't understand what Bitcoin is about, then it is a question mark if you should own any of it, right? So this is not financial advice, but I'm just trying to put it into perspective. So knowing what you have is it's very important. So do definitely go in deeper, read the Bitcoin standard, subscribe to this channel. And if you did enjoy me talking about Bitcoin in terms of why it's so critical, then do let me know in the comments section below as well. And maybe in every video, I can do a small segment about it. Ladies and gents, that is pretty much it for today's video. Maybe one last thing I'll share is the Bitcoin halving. So over on CryptoKid.com here, we can see that the halving is in approximately 158 days. And what this means is the mining rewards will split in half, right? So the amount of Bitcoin being able to mine decreases, increasing its scarcity, therefore potentially increasing price as well. It's all about supply and demand. If supply is less than demand, then price increases. So this is why the halving is very important too. Ladies and gents, I hope that was a very informative video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to smash up the like button. Guys, I'm CryptoKid. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video very soon. Take care, guys, and bye-bye.